comedy. The king of babies. Yes. You guys enjoying yourself? Because I heard there is a possibility that sometimes people can laugh with no sound will come out of them. I just wanted to make a little quick announcement. It's always like, I'm not the best at this, but here's the thing. We are doing a free show, and that's absolutely. We put this tip jar, if you can help, whatever your heart desires, to put in there for comedians so they can pay highly paid professionals up there for the paid, you know, that would be greatly appreciated. With that uncomfortable thing to say, it's over with, you know, I'm great. Our next comedian coming up, she's delightful, absolutely. Very clever, and very talented, and hilarious. So, Stephanie Pertl, everybody.
Give it up for Anatoly from the Commission for Comedy Laughter Committee. Oh, and then can we give another round of applause for Sean Connery? He's like a dehydrated Mark Twain stuck in a loveless marriage. Big round of applause. Okay, my name's Stephanie Pertl. A little bit about me. You don't know me. A little bit about me. One of my favorite hobbies is when I'm driving past a porn store and I see a guy walking in. I like to stick my head out the car window and yell, "Daddy, what you doing?" Gets him every time. Okay, a little bit more about me, besides my hobby of terrorizing people who shop at porn stores. I'm originally from the Midwest, and then I moved out to Eugene in 2009 after I finished college, because like I didn't have what you would call a job. I didn't have one of those, of course not. But I did have a boyfriend living in a co-op in Eugene, Oregon. Yeah, had me one of them. Asked me if we're still together, of course not, don't be stupid. But at least this way I could go to my parents and be like, oh my God, I'm in love and I'm moving to Oregon. Which was easier for them to swallow than the truth, which was, oh my God, I don't want to live in the same state as you people, that sounds horrible. I'm not gonna do it. You can't make me. And then I quickly fell in love with Eugene's charm, you know, like, I don't know about you guys, but I like living in a city where you'll just be walking down the street and a guy rides past you on a bicycle yelling cars or sorcery. I don't know, I'm just into that kind of thing. I don't know. It's the kind of thing that makes you stop and think. It's like, you're right, sir, cars, they're a special kind of magic, thank you. But there are other parts about Eugene that are just incredibly frustrating, right? Like, God forbid you need to get anywhere on High Street because that sign's been stolen. They're all gone. And you know it's some like stoner frat boy piece of shit. He thinks he's hilarious, right? He's like, yo, High Street, I've been calling my couch that for years. And it's like, yes, thank you, we get it. We all get it. But you know what, here's an idea. Why don't you go to 420.com, like a good citizen, buy your own High Street sign. Some of us have Planned Parenthood appointments. Thank you. Selfish piece of shit. Ladies, if I could just give you one piece of advice, the best way to start your Planned Parenthood appointment, hungover and full of rage. It goes better that way, actually. I did have to go to the doctor the other day because it turns out I have this disorder. It's kind of serious. I have this disorder where men keep trying to put babies in my belly. Does anybody else have that problem? It's the worst. I was born with it. I have to take a pill for it. In the words of the entire Republican Party, I'm a whore. I mean, it's really difficult to deal with. And while I'm there, like, they do a breast exam, you know, to make sure I'm not rotting from the inside out, right? And this doctor looked me straight in the face. I'm not kidding you. He looked me straight in the face and he said, well, your breasts, they're a little lumpy, but it's nothing to be worried about. Awesome. Awesome, that's Stephanie Pertl. Lumpy tits, but it's not cancer. Awesome. Awesome. Still not sure you need to tell me that. Still, now that I think about it, I didn't need to tell me that at all, because like I wasn't looking for one more thing to feel insecure about. Like, believe it or not, I didn't walk into the doctor's that day crying, oh my God, doctor, help me, I'm carrying around these sacks of tumors. I didn't say that. No, you guys, no. It turns out these two things I call tits, they're really just two Ziploc bags full of Dippin' Dots. Awesome. It's great. So I go to the doctor, I was like, hey doc, is this like an official diagnosis or an I just thought you should know kind of thing? And that's when he handed me a pamphlet titled, So You're Living with Chunky Monkey Tit Syndrome. I'm having bracelets made. Just trying to raise awareness. So, next part of my story, boyfriend breaks up, well, we break up. And then me and my lumpy tits, we moved to Portland. And then my family, they're all like, you can come back now. And I was like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Because, like, I've started doing comedy. I like doing that in Portland. And they're not enticing me to come back. Because, like, the only time my mom ever calls me is to just update me when one more family member's one step closer to death, you know? Like, they're all incredibly unhealthy. They're all dying or falling apart. So my mom would be like, well, Stephanie, I just wanted to call you and let you know your Aunt Judy, her artificial hip exploded. Oh my God, Mom, that's awful. Well, you know, Stephanie, it's just part of getting old. It's just part of getting old. That's what she likes to call it, part of getting old. And it's like, no, I'm pretty sure it's part of never eating vegetables or exercising, but sure. We'll just call that getting old. That's the word for that. It's a game. It's a game me and my mom play. It's similar to this other game me and my mom have where I can plainly tell she's been crying, but we pretend it's allergies. We're a playful bunch, me and my family. You know, Stephanie, it's just part of getting old. But you know what? You keep enjoying your youth in the Portlands with the donuts with the cereal on top. That's wacky. That's wacky. I'm just kidding. She didn't say the part about the donuts with the cereal on top. But I guess what I am saying is that when given the choice of eating donuts with cereal on top or watching my family slowly die, donuts. I'm going to go with the donuts every time. It's like cake or death. Well, cake, obviously. Thank you. I will eat all of the cake. Not all of my family is dying slowly, though. That's not true. My grandma Pirtle, she will live forever. And that's because she has access to this fountain of youth. It's called hate. She's full of it. Coming out of her age. The woman thinks Barack Obama is a Muslim. She thinks Mexicans should speak American. And recently, she went skydiving and got a lower back tattoo to commemorate it. It's because my grandma Pirtle's a teabagger with a tramp stamp. I'm not moving back there. You can't make me. I'm not gonna do that. And then when I moved to Portland, I was surrounded by this overwhelming sensation that, like, it's all been done before. You know, like, any creative endeavor any human being's ever thought of, someone in Portland's trying to do it. And if at all possible, they're trying to do it on a unicycle. That seems to be how that works here. And in the South, they have this phrase that goes, well, bless your heart. And when they say that, what they really mean is fuck you. Did you know that? That's genius, you guys. They have regionalized ways of telling people go fuck themselves. That's brilliant. I think we need a version of that for the Pacific Northwest. And here's my suggestion. Well, aren't you unique? Aren't you unique? What? You started a business where you sew panties to bandanas and you call them pandanas? Where can I find you on Facebook? Lace my face? Oh, aren't you unique? Aren't you unique? The owner of that business would like me to let you know they're currently on display at the Metro Cafe on Hawthorne Boulevard because that's a real thing. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.